Yes, let's start Pokémon Yellow and quickly go through the dialogue. Now we save here and reset the game, then switch some Pokémon around. They are ghost types, so that's why they're invisible. Also don't worry about the ditches, it's just some grass breaking in. Now we're going to switch some items around and toss 68 of those, then exit the building to reach Oak, who praises us for our hard-won victory. And there you have it. We beat Pokémon without touching any grass. While this old glitch is quite something, stopping here would be boring. So let's boot up Fire Red. We name our rival Grass and go through the intro as normal. I have never beaten a Pokémon game, so I asked Google about the best starter, but Google said Bulbasaur, and there's no way I'm picking a grass type. Our weakness is grass, and you know what they say, shared pain is half as bad, so we choose Squirtle and name him Grassdeath, which our rival realizes is more than just a name. We leave the lab and encounter an issue. There's unavoidable grass blocking our path, but by walking around these buildings in random patterns for 6 hours, and then entering the laboratory, we unlock a secret exit. Using it, we reach the Pokémon League, walk through all the rooms, wake up, and now we've become a ghost type. With our new type, we can easily walk through walls, allowing us to avoid the grass. However, not being able to go through grass means not having access to new Pokémon or easy leveling. Later in the game, there are ways around that, like caves or gifted Pokémon, but that feels cheap. So random encounters or using other Pokémon is forbidden. We make our way to the Pokémark, then collect Oak's package and deliver it to receive the Pokédex. We then go through Viridian Forest and use our ghost abilities to avoid grass as necessary. After reaching Pewter City, we go to the gym and challenge Brock's sidekick, Zen himself. He uses rock types, so we win easily and continue fighting our way to Mount Moon. The EXP gain is great, and Squirtle evolves to Wartortle. We make it to the cave, but forgot to buy repels. Quite a bit poorer, we walk through the cave and survive a near-death experience before picking the Helix fossil. After exiting the cave, we talk to a dude, obsessed with kicks, and he teaches us a strong skill that we put to good use in the local pool. Mega Kick is quite powerful if it doesn't miss. Things go well until they don't. On our next try, we play less dump and secure the victory. Next up is our rival, and he doesn't stand a chance with that pathetic grass Pokémon of his. A random guy tries to drag us to his criminal org, but in Pokémon might makes right, and he's pretty pathetic. We meet a talking Pokémon who tricks us into turning it human. Pretty scary to think about the fact that everyone we knew could already be replaced by a Pokémon. But we're just an 11-year-old, so we take the ticket it gives us and go to a rich people ship party. They are so rich that they throw hyper potions in the trash. Robbing people never felt better. We also crush our rival again, and the captain gives us the HM cut. Then the cruiser is attacked and only one half remains, so we quickly jump ship and make our way to the Lacto Gym. A tree blocks our path, and for some reason our ghost powers don't work on it. So we boot up the HM cut, but Grassdeath can't learn it, so we go through the fence instead. To challenge the gym leader, we need to solve a puzzle, but I'm too stupid to figure it out, so we just go through the laser barrier and get our next badge. Then we do some shopping and talk to an old man who rumbles way too much, but gives us a bite coupon, which we turn in and ride to Diglett's cave. On the way, Wartortle evolves into Blastoise, and after arriving, we restore our Pokémon, ready to enter the cave. I had to take a quick break here, and when I restarted the game, I somehow managed to mess up my resolution. Obviously, I instantly noticed my error and corrected the mistake. Is what didn't happen. Instead, I only noticed it 4 hours later. Well, at least I don't have to show you how I lost to this uncute X-Thing, which was only half my level, or how my rival embarrassed me. Anyway, we enter the rock tunnel and someone forgot to turn on the light. We lose a lot of repels, but make it out alive. Fun fact, did you know that if you go straight through the tunnel, we come out directly on the other side? Whoever built this whole tunnel maze thing clearly did not like people. We reach Lavender Town, and this place gives me the creeps. I know we're kinda a ghost too, but ghosts can also be scared. We enter the Pokémon Tower, kick our rival again, and then deal with a bunch of possessed trainers before being attacked by a ghost. We can't fight it without the Sylph Scope, but as a ghost ourselves, we don't need to. The crime organization is back, so we teach them another lesson and follow an old man home who gives us a flute. After that, we raid the hideout of the crime org called Team Rocket and fight their leader, who is pretty weak for being a crime overlord. Then enter a place far worse, the grass gym, and almost fall to a stupid mushroom. Then fulfill our moral obligation and beat the entire gym. And when I say beat, I mean annihilate anything slightly giving off grass vibes, especially if it looks like an egg. Afterwards, we wake up a Snorlax and defeat some bikers before entering the Fuchsia gym, famous for its invisible maze. We can walk on water, but still go through the safari zone and get surf, since it's quite a good move. Next up is the fire gym, and they might be planning something, but we have more important business to attend, like escaping from the Pokémon turned human, who's asking us to go with it, but we manage to make excuses and get the hell out of there. Then enter Silphgo, since Team Rocket seems to have invaded them. And you know what they say, rich people are best saved while they're still rich. Our rival is also there, so we sneak up on him and barely squeeze out a victory. Giovanni still hasn't learned that Pokémon can have different types, so we just flood the place again. The president rewards us handsomely with a Master Ball. Perhaps it would have been wiser to use that to catch some legendary Pokémon or something, so he wouldn't be so defenseless, but I don't do refunds. We enter the Psychic Gym and bite our way through it without fail. And after some more shopping, we meet Giovanni again, who now has to work a side job as a gym leader to get by. With the last badge in our possession, we can finally challenge the Elite Four, but our rival stops us before we get there. And he can out-heal us now, which is not good. But if there's one thing I can trust in, it's Grass Death, overcoming any odds to beat Grass. And with a crit, he takes out Venusaur. And the idiot uses Rain Dance, allowing us to sweep the rest of his team. After having every badge confirmed, not all at once, but one at a time, we reach Victory Road, and there's this rock puzzle, where you need to use strength to get the boulders to the correct spot. I don't have that HM, so we just fly over the cave instead. Then face off against the first of the Elite Four, who specializes in ice. We do almost no damage, and even worse, she just keeps spamming full restores, making all progress illusionary. But eventually, we come out on top, and realize a problem. We're already running low on healing items, and are even worse off on move restoring ones. We still attempt to beat Bruno, but he turns our perfect HP to 0. By legally robbing people, we accumulated quite a bit of wealth, and with those funds, we give the Elite Four a taste of their own medicine. Unfortunately, they don't sell PP items here. Regardless, we go again, and win another slugfest against Lorelei, although only barely. Bruno is more of the same, and we get past Machamp, don't heal, and go for the finish, but get outsped by Onyx, which I, of course, knew couldn't defeat us. We heal up, use the precious ether, and challenge Agatha, who specializes in ghost types. The fight is pretty close, but in the end, she finishes off her Pokémon, leaving only Lance, the Dragon Master. We are forced to use almost all our PP increase drugs, and our moves, once more, do no damage. But with the genius strategy of bashing my head against the wall, we slowly make our way through his team. We almost die, multiple times, but with nearly no moves left, we beat him, and don't become the Pokémon champion. Lance informs us, there's one final challenger, Grass. We strap whatever items are left together and ready ourselves, for this is a battle we can't afford to lose, no matter what. Pidgeot goes down, and Venusaur's up. He uses Solar Beam, and one-shots us. Again, and again, and there's simply no way for us to win. Or is there? We have Bite, a move that can flinch the opponent, so all we need is to flinch him before he fires the Solar Beam and get his HP to a point where he won't heal, but can be finished off. However, no matter how many tries, it just wasn't happening. But then, we got this attempt. Pidgeot Scent attacks us before we beat him. Then we bite Bulbasaur, who powers up. We bite him again, and get a crit, but he charges the Solar Beam, and the Citrus Berry heals him. We select Bite, ready to get blasted, but we crit again, and he flinches. If he heals, we are done for, and there's only one move that can finish him off. Mega Kick. We got the move very early on, but it proved useful throughout the entire run. Normally Media Kick has a 75% accuracy, but it's lower because of Pidgeot. However, if there's one thing I learned while traveling through Kanto, it's that we can trust in our Pokémon, who has become far more than that. And at this critical moment, Razdev doesn't let us down. Alakazam and Rhydon go down quickly, and we slowly slug it out with Gyarados. Both sides repeatedly heal their Pokémon. The money contest continues until we are almost out of moves, but Media Kick shows its worth one final time. We immediately heal, and then with one final serve, we become the true Pokémon champion, without ever touching tall grass. Thanks for watching.